Like things can be one of a kind and nobody wants them.
Give me one example.
A fat bitch. Okay. How's it going? Welcome back, everybody. This is the one, the only, all in all podcast. It's your boy Nor with my friend over here, Thomas, coming at you for, I believe, episode 32. And I was actually thinking earlier today, like the first time we did this, like obviously, like the first time we shot an episode, like I was like pretty excited. I'm like, all right, here we go. We're finally going to do this. And it was like pretty fun, right? And then like for like the second one, I was thinking like, damn, like this is about to be a weekly thing that I got to do now. Like this is going to be a huge time sink, I feel like. And then I feel like I felt like that up until like episode like, I don't know, 15, 16. And then now I'm more used to it. And I'd say I look forward to it.
Yeah, but days like this.
Yeah, minus the
Yeah,
technical difficulties.
yeah, exactly, dude. Fucking technical difficulties are what fucking sucks. And then I get off work like I don't even get off work late, right? But I get off work at like 4 here, and for you it's 7 there.
Yeah.
And so by the time I get home, it's like 5, and I know like it's 8 o'clock, and then you got to edit it, so it's you kind of get tired, you know. Like I don't want to keep you up like late, you know what I'm saying? I know how it'd be if I was in your shoes, and so like I feel for you too, bro, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
No problem, dude.
You don't gotta be sarcastic, bro. And so clearly, as everybody can see, I have like a shitty ass fucking mic because it's the mic from the
Camera.
from the laptop camera because I'm resetting my other laptop because it's been working like shit. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. But I hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing well. I got some big stuff going on this week and hit my bet yesterday. If anybody wants parlay locks, y'all let me know.
Dude, my buddy's been going crazy on slots.
Slots?
Guy got max win twice on slots.
What do you mean max win?
10K.
Like Grant?
Like 10K. Max win for his
What?
bets.
Wait, okay, hold up. What slots was he playing, first of all?
I don't know, some shit on DraftKings.
Oh, online betting? Okay. Do I know this guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it AG?
Yeah.
Fucking retard.
Well,
AG?
It's Lil AG.
Oh, it's little AG. Yeah,
Yeah.
just like big AG. Just like big AG.
It's so funny
Both
how they're all
fucking
AG. Every single
Yeah.
one of them.
It's fucking stupid, bro.
All three AG.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's crazy. But like, dude, I think about that, dude, and I'm like, they blow money. They blow money so quickly. Him and I assume little AG too. So we'll see. We'll see if that money
case
lasts.
bet, though. That max bet, max win goes kind of crazy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. It's crazy. But anyways, you got anything to talk about? Anything that's on your mind? Anything you've been seeing on the news? Anything that I don't know, caught your attention? Honestly,
You want to know what? I was actually thinking today. How much do you think we would talk if we didn't do this?
probably not this often.
Probably not often at all.
Probably not this often. I'll tell you that
I would have
much.
to bet maybe once a month.
Yeah. I think you'd be right. I think probably like I'll tell you what. Realistically, if I got drunk with my buddies, right? First person I'd call is probably the girl I'm talking to at the time, right?
Yeah.
And then afterwards, if like I'm just like reminiscing on old times, I'd call my buddies that I'm reminiscing on, right? So like, let's say like I'm reminiscing on hanging out with like Zach or Ian or Noah, whatever. I'd call them or reminiscing on like hanging out with you. Then I would call you. So I feel like that would happen a good amount, and then just like randomly, but not every week, for sure, not every week. And so, if you want to talk to your buddies more often, start a podcast with them, and you'll talk to them more often. Force yourself to.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth? Yeah, because I was thinking because even when I get wasted, I never call you. I'll send you like a text.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like I'll send a
You
text like, wish this was back in 2020. I'd be buying Mad Blow right now.
Dude, I remember when you sent me that text. What the fuck did you send me, bro? I can't remember what you sent me. But you sent me something about fucking black people. Oh no. You sent me a topic we should talk about, right? And I'm like, yeah, for sure. And you're like, I'm not gonna lie, I am a little bit tipsy right now, but dead ass, I think that's a good topic. I'm like, okay, bet. I love and me, I'm like, I love that you're thinking about the pod, bro. I love that you're thinking about the
I
pod.
wonder what it was.
I had to text it. You know what? I say it. I say you want me to say it. I say it.
Nah, I'm good. Because I don't know what it is, so
Yeah,
I'm good on like having
yeah,
to bleep something
yeah.
out. I just don't need that in my life.
You don't need to bleep anything out, bro. You can leave it. You can leave it. But I do apologize to the audience that I have not been uploading shorts. I have been slacking big time on the short upload, and I need to get back to it. There's no excuse, and I just want to say I apologize, and I will get back to it. Probably not this week. Next week.
Probably not this week. Next week. Great. Love that. I love the preemptive procrastination. I fuck with that. Reminds me of high school.
Dude, my thing is like we've uploaded shorts a good amount, right?
Right.
But we haven't uploaded that many shorts to like really test the sample, right? But what I see is people just watch the shorts and don't click on your YouTube video. They just watch the shorts.
But
They
after
just
you
watch
see
the
like
shorts.
after you see like 20 funny shorts, that's when you click on the channel.
Yeah, I know. And I stopped uploading it. That's the problem. I need to keep going. Hey, if anyone's interested in uploading shorts for us, I'd pay you $1 a short. So $1 a day for a short that you upload. $10. Oh, that's allowed. Okay. Well, we'll talk. Price, we'll talk.
View. You gotta pay by view. $1 per 1,000 views.
$1 per 1,000 views. All right. Yeah. I'll do that. Yeah, no problem.
Tell that bitch it's fucking like couple $100,000.
I know, dude. Look, listen. If the shit hits more, I'll tell you what. If the shit hits more than $10,000, I'll give somebody $100. And if the shit hits a milli, I'll still give him $100.
Last year, maybe it's 2023, but like when people realized like, oh, shorts is the way to get big, like clips, like small clips, clip farming, shit like that. Some people were paying like streamers, were paying like people on TikTok to just clip their shit, like tens of thousands were going to people fucking clipping shit for them.
Like who?
Like somebody like Neon, who you probably don't know.
Oh, I know that fucking goofball. Fucking stupid. Yeah, I know that guy.
But like the actual good guys probably didn't pay. Like anybody who you saw blowing up, like fucking hiccups.
Got the hiccups. You're cooked for the rest of the stream, bro. For the rest of the stream, you're cooked.
People that got like big during last year and the year before, like for sure, were paying people a lot of money.
Oh yeah, for sure. Dude, I remember Gary Vee fucking preaching that shit about TikToks. Dude, you remember NFTs?
Dude, yes. I stopped talking to one of my friends over NFTs because we cooked his goofy ass so hard about how dumb fucking NFTs are. And he's like, all right, bro, but this is going to be the future. You don't know. It's digital currency, digital online currency. I'm like, bro, it's a fucking PNG, dog. It's a picture. Like, you're not using it to buy anything. And this is like, NFTs are coming out. People are talking about like virtual worlds where you can hang up your NFT on the walls and shit. It's like, bro,
Gary V, bro.
I got
Gary
a
V was
fucking
talking
house
about
to
that.
worry about, dog. Like, people don't got shit up on their walls in their crib. Like, look at this empty ass wall behind me. I got a sign on the floor that I just figured out works. I plugged it into the wall, and I just figured out that it works. So maybe it gets hung up, but probably not in here.
Yeah, bro. That the podcast background is important, bro. Once I get my official room, bro, my background gonna be sick, bro. It's gonna be with all my shoes, bro. The podcast background gonna be sick, bro.
Well,
But this is just
the,
we
like,
started,
room
you
I'm
know.
in, like, this is basically in my house. This is supposed to be it. Oh yeah, you've been here. This is supposed to be
Yeah,
a
I've
dining
been there.
room.
Yeah, I know.
So
But it's
just
the
kinda-
pod room. It's the pod room, right?
my little office, dog. But,
Hey, but so the thing is, I understand the concept of an NFT, right? I understand the concept of an NFT.
Sorry. Yeah. Go ahead.
But like the thing and the reason why I don't think it works is because tangible assets are not the same as like for example, like if I buy a painting is not the same as buying a digital painting. You know what I'm saying? Cause what? I'm gonna hang that fucking digital painting on my Minecraft house, bro. Like nobody fucking gives a shit. But like the digital painting has value. Why? Because like you can hang it on your house, or you can like display it in an art show. You know, and it's like it's completely different than like you doing that virtually. You know what I'm saying?
Obviously. Well, but my friend, he bought like a couple NFTs, and one of them, like, cause you know how NFTs kind of came out in like,
They made a shit ton of money.
They were like families of NFTs. Like it would be like Bored Ape.
It was all the ape, yeah. It was all the apes.
Yeah, but then other people tried to make the ape, but it was just like it was basically the same thing, just on a bunch of different backgrounds with like different hats and shit. Like other people did that too, obviously, because they saw how rich those motherfuckers were generating a ape image. Even if they weren't generating it, they were just slapping different fucking hats and facial features.
Yeah.
They were making fucking millions, bro. Fucking bunch of retards.
Dude, I know, bro. It's
My friend
crazy.
bought one. It wasn't a Bored Ape or anything expensive, but he was like, "Yeah, no, this one's like next up. Like this is it." And we were all like, "Okay, bro." And like he would get mad when we would dismiss it, and he'd talk shit to us. He's like, "Y'all just don't know. Like, watch when this shit goes to the moon. Like, I don't want to hear nothing." But like he would antagonize us, even if we didn't talk shit and we just dismissed it. So one day we all just because he made the NFT his Discord profile picture. One day we all changed our shit to that image, and we were like, "Yeah, no, I just bought this shit." And then we were just like, "Yeah, I sold the rights to him, and then he sold the rights to this guy," and we were all just saying how it's our image too. And
that guy's a fucking loser though if he stops being friends with you guys over like one thing like that.
But yeah, no, that was just like the start of it all. He was just kind of like a prick in general, and just like after a while, you just kind of kick that type of person out of Discord. For any of my gamers out there that chill in Discord a lot with their friends, they know.
Yeah, you're a pussy. You're a pussy. Hey, but the thing is, I saw
is gay, guys, and makes you a pussy.
virtually, bro.
Dude, some of these motherfuckers like 4 of them live in different states.
Okay, that's fair. Bro, I just can't understand video games like a lot of I know my buddies do. So I always cook them, but the reason I cook them is because I don't understand it. All right? Make you feel better?
Yeah, I guess, but I already knew that.
Yeah, like who cares? Yeah. Doesn't fucking matter. But I do know my buddy that I worked with selling solar panels for a while. He made a good amount of money on NFTs. And I remember he would post it. And see, the thing is, like, when shit is making money, you think it's going to make money forever, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think the fucking, the streak is going to never end, bro. Never end. And then, before you know it, bro, it's like, dude, do you remember NFTs? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's like
You remember
before you
when
know it, it's
Eminem
a
and
fucking.
Snoop Dogg tried to sell a $60,000 NFT? It's like, what the fuck? Eminem and Snoop Dogg?
But what I thought was interesting, what was Gary Vee would talk about, it's like they'll sell the NFT, right, of like an album, basically, right? And basically, you buy the NFT and you own the rights of the album. You know, that's extremely smart. I think that will be a thing. But the NFT of like just a picture and the picture, like if the picture came with something, right? Then I understand that has value, right? But if the picture doesn't come with anything, it's just a picture, then that's fucking.
No! PC took shit. And we're already 15 minutes in. Yes, PC took shit. And we're already 15 minutes in. Ooh, I love this for us. This means I'm gonna have to cut. Alright.
All right, we're back, baby. Bang, 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 bang.
Okay.
All right, listen. All right. Yellow Hellcat, wide body, built like a school bus. All right, listen to me.
That's not how it goes.
So we talking about NFTs, right? I heard they got a NFT of a yellow Hellcat, wide body, built like a school
Oh, I
bus.
remember actually
You know,
what I was gonna
imagine,
say.
imagine they made an NFT of that phrase, and then like every time you said that phrase, you'd have to pay money, and the phones heard you, and then every time they hear you say that phrase, boom, you got to pay money. Boom, you got to pay money. Bang, 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 bang,
Interesting.
and it like
I think
impacts your
NFTs
credit
could
score.
work if you
That'd be pretty
like.
crazy.
What if you, instead of like having like a membership to something, they just made like NFTs, and like you showed that NFT, but then you could just make it like a membership thing, so it doesn't even matter.
It's like literally replacing a membership with the membership.
Yeah.
It's
That's
exactly
really
the same
retarded.
thing. Yeah, it's the same thing, bro. And so I think about this and it's like NFT is just a name for it. You know what I'm saying? It's just a name. But like I don't know. That's why I think Bitcoin will eventually fail as well. Like I am one of the believers that Bitcoin is not really as valuable as people say it is.
Well, it's only as valuable as people say it is. That's the thing.
And that's the thing, right? That's the thing. And so
But so is everything
people,
else. That's the problem. So is
well,
money.
yes and no.
Since the US
I
dollar got
get it.
taken off the gold standard, it's literally just as expensive as we say it is.
I understand that, right?
Right.
But the thing is, like, it's different, right? Like, for example, like a computer has value because, like, you go there and it's priced at a certain, like monetary value, right? And same thing with gold, right? Like, we price gold at as a monetary value. But people always say, like, Bitcoin will replace money. And I'm like, okay, so then one Bitcoin will be what? Will be worth what?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like if it replaces money, then Bitcoin will be worth what? 2 Ethereum, 3 Ethereum, and at the end of the day, like somebody will end up be like losing, and then like what? So you know what I'm saying? So like I don't understand how
If it moves like a
it
stock,
works
it
out
can't
in
be
the
money.
long run. Well, okay, that's not true because gold moves like a stock, but gold is an asset, right?
Right, but it's also physical.
It's also physical, which I
And like
agree,
even
right?
a stock,
And
like it's
gold,
attached to something physical at least.
yeah, but gold, like we know why things have value, right? Why do usually things have value?
Because you need them.
Not really,
Why else is it valuable?
because it's scarce, right?
Yeah, but
Like
why is it
most
scarce?
things that have
Because you need it.
no,
My
not
answer was a little
necessarily.
more. I mean, come on. What the fuck is if it's not? Listen, if grass was scarce, but you didn't fucking need grass, who would give a fuck? It wouldn't even be considered scarce. It's just like, oh look, grass.
We want things that are scarce, though. It's not that we need it. We usually want things that are
Yeah, but
scarce
they're
because
usually
it's like
scarce
one
because
of a kind.
we need or want them.
No, no, no. I think that
Then
that's
why is it
so
scarce?
wrong.
Then why is it scarce?
You think we need gold, bro?
No, but gold also isn't it's not scarce. It's just a precious material. It
But
just
it's more
shines.
scarce than silver and bronze.
Yeah, but even so, there are such unbelievable quantities of all of those things that it doesn't even really matter. It's
My
just
thing
because it's
is
shiny. There's no
my
reason
thing.
for it to have value.
I agree, but like the thing is, why do we like gold watches? Like
Because they're pretty.
why? Because they're pretty, right? But like why? Why gold, right? Or like when it's a diamond and it's like, oh, it's like this many carats. It's like why is that? Like why do we do that? Or like when we buy shoes, it's like one of a kind shoes. It's like why do we do that? Like we don't need that shit.
Yeah, we
We
just make it
buy it.
valuable.
Why? Because it's scarce. Because it's one of a kind. We want to rock shit that's one of a kind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it being one of a kind doesn't make it valuable.
Yes.
No. It depends what you're talking about.
I promise you, if like cotton or grass was one of a kind, it would be valuable.
Yeah, maybe to like make your yard pretty, but like things can be one of a kind and nobody wants them.
Give me one example.
A fat bitch.
dude, that's got to be clipped. I gotta clip that, dude. That is funny as fuck. Okay, well okay. Now give me an actual example of one thing that's one of a kind that we don't want.
Somebody's painting. Like there's some people's paintings where they're one of a kind and we want them, but there's some people's paintings
Oh, that's fair.
like
That's fair.
Picasso. If Picasso wasn't deemed like some genius,
Yeah,
his
Picasso.
paintings
Yeah,
would just be fucking retarded.
yeah.
He was the one that
I,
did the abstract shit, right? Picasso.
I thought Picasso was the one that painted. Oh no, that was Da Vinci. That was Da Vinci. Yeah, I think Picasso was.
Whichever guy just had like fucking clocks melting on a cactus in the desert that I had to study in fucking third grade. He can suck my dick. I'm telling you, there's some shit
I
like
remember
that.
exactly the painting you're talking about, bro. And what's crazy is I was in Argentina at the time, bro, and they fucking talked about that painting in Argentina, bro. This shit's crazy, dude.
Dude, oh, and this sold for $2.4 million. It's like what?
And you're sitting there like, bro, come on, man.
Like that's why I didn't understand the money, the value of money as a kid. Nobody else did fucking either.
So they're like, mommy, I'm gonna be a painter, you know, and then they start splashing shit. They're like, I'm gonna sell this for $3 million, and it's like, well,
Little do like, does everybody know that like all art is just like a fucking tax write off and fucking money scheme? They were like, oh, this fucking weirdo died, but he has a couple hundred paintings. Sick.
that
Let's start
that
selling
is
them for a
true.
lot of money.
That is true. I think it's a way to where they can diversify their portfolio. It's like when they buy watches, you know? Like rich people, they buy everything, bro. Because and they buy things that they know aren't really going to lose value, right? And so they buy a bunch of fucking watches they never touch. They buy a bunch
Like,
of
look what
fucking
happened to
paintings.
Panda Dunks. Panda Dunks were fucking hot for a while. They were selling for like $200. Everybody wanted a pair.
All dunks? You're talking about
Panda
dunks in
Dunks.
general?
Panda Dunks. Pandas. The black and white ones.
Oh yeah. I know which
And
ones you're
then
talking about.
boom, re-release.
Yeah, and they
Price
re-released them and then
drops
they went down.
everywhere.
Yeah.
And then they did like 2 more re-releases. Killed the fucking shoe. Now every time I
Bro,
see I got like one of like the first or second rounds of Panda Dunks. Every time I look at those bitches now, I want to fucking like. The only reason I haven't thrown them away is because they're my fucking grass cutting shoes now.
dude, everybody has a pair of those fucking dunks you're talking about, bro.
Yeah.
Problem with Nike, which I think they fucked up, is they kept re-releasing dunks, and so it brought the value of dunks down. You know?
Yeah, like
Which I think is
imagine
pretty fucking
Rolex.
stupid.
Like imagine Rolex just like makes like 100 watches one year. Just like we're making 100 of these. People buy them for like 30, 40K. Oh yeah, it turns out we're actually gonna make another 500, and then boom, your fucking watch just turned to a piece of shit, and it's still
Yeah,
a beautiful
exactly.
watch.
And so why do they buy paintings? because they know that's the only painting that's going to be like that, right? And so I do agree that like Bitcoin is a form of like that, of like rich people just like storing their money. The problem with Bitcoin is it fluctuates a lot more than a painting. If I was rich, I would not want my money in Bitcoin. I would rather buy a painting, which I understand nothing a fucking about, bro, for the same price as like 5 fucking Bitcoins than Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin could go down fucking 50% the next day. Gold doesn't do that, bro. A painting doesn't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the problem with Bitcoin. But I guess, I don't know. I guess some people understand it, and I don't understand it, and I
I
will
don't
never
understand
invest in
it either.
something I don't understand. I will
I
never
don't
invest in
understand
something
it
I don't
at
understand.
all.
Yeah, at all, at all, at all. But there's some things I do understand, and I've made money on, and so that's where I'm at. But anyways, bro, if anyone else out there is working hard, feels like they want to quit their job, just know 2 things. One, if you really want to quit, just quit. 2, don't be a pussy. Just keep going. Just keep going. Suck it up. And I don't know. My thing is, don't quit your job if you don't have another job lined up. That's what my grandpa used to always say. You don't quit your job if you don't have another thing lined up. Because then you become homeless like me. And you're living on your buddy's couch. And you don't want that to happen.
Unless you're still living with your parents, then quit your fucking job.
No, that's terrible. No, because then you build habits, bro. Dude, my fucking shit has said preparing to reset, status preparing 62% since we started this fucking episode. Crazy. My computer is so fucked, bro. I can't even reset it, bro. That's how fucked it is. I can't even reset it.
Damn.
Fucking PC, bro. I low key. Well, this laptop worked pretty well, bro. But I think Apple is 10 times better than Windows. I don't know if you can agree with me, bro, but I think Apple is 10 times
I
better
like
than
both
Windows.
a lot. I have a Mac at work, and then I come home and I use Windows. But the thing is, with Apple, with like Mac OS, what you're thinking of, the thing is, the only things that really have Mac OS on them is a Mac. So everything is gonna be pretty top tier, pretty top quality. But the thing with Windows is it's on a Dell, it's on an HP, it's on a this, it's on a this, it's on a fucking Google Chromebook, it's on everything. So there are bound to be shitty situations, and it's not necessarily Windows' fault.
Windows, yeah. That's true. That's very true.
Because if you buy
Which I think,
like a Windows computer, like because you know how MacBooks are just like one big screen and box. There's like no tower typically. Like the more that you'll see, not just like the laptop, but like if you get like the Windows version of that, or even like a Windows laptop, like that bitch is gonna be, in most cases, gonna be pretty good. But it all comes down to stats, like what's in your computer. That's what you're buying. Because you can get a really, really shitty HP laptop, or you can get a good HP laptop.
yeah. I just hate spending a lot of money on a fucking computer, bro. But that's that. No, man. So I'm supposed to go out this weekend.
Okay.
Can't say where. I'll
Okay.
tell you where later.
Is it to a
But
bar?
I am. Yeah, it
Is it
is.
to a casino?
No. I'll tell you. I'll tell you later. I'll tell you later. But anyway.
Dude, you want to know something funny? I work with like some teenagers, right? They just like are kind of part-timers, whatever. They just had spring break and they went to Mexico. And 2 of them come back today. So one of them came back earlier this week. We talked to him. He was like, yeah, it was so fun. Like we went out to clubs every night. Like it was so much fun. And they're like using like actual, like they're unironically like using Riz and shit. And like that kills me always. Like these funny little motherfuckers. And they're just like telling me
When they
stories.
use the word Riz.
Yeah, or like shit like Riz. They're like he told me the story like, yeah, no, this like 22-year-old was like trying to show us. He was like, hey yo, come and like he was trying to take us on 2-mans like in the club and shit. And I'm just like, who like actually is like saying 2-man out loud to people? um, like unironically saying two mans or unironically saying like mogging or Riz. It's like that shit
What
really
does
makes me
mogging mean?
like when you get like when you mog somebody out, like you basically sun somebody. But but yeah, and so two of them come back today and they're like, yeah, it was crazy. Like these, all the moms were drinking like with the kids. Like some kid made out with somebody's mom, and it was all this shit. And I'm just like, yeah, bro, that shit will happen. You know, like I've seen it all. Dog. I've seen it at people's house parties, bro. Like you had to go to Mexico to see that. Like,
Dude, like what I think is fucking hilarious is like high school kids, and me included when I was in high school. I would go to like an older kid and be like, "Yo, the craziest thing just happened. Craziest thing just happened." And I would tell him like, "I just got caught by my parents smoking weed," and they'd be like, "Bro," and I'm like, "That dude, like that happened 50,000 times to me." You know what I'm saying? Like it's like you think a story is so crazy, and then you tell it to somebody older, and it's like, dude,
yeah,
that's
like
nothing.
I got
Dude.
like these
That's
little high
nothing.
schoolers. Like, yeah, my first night there, like I blacked out, and then like my friend blacked out the next night, and I'm like, okay, bro, yeah. No fucking shit. You mean you
And
drank too much?
we took a piss in the ocean, bro. Like,
Dude, one
dude,
of the
you
little
never done
homies.
that. You never
Yo,
took a piss in the ocean, bro. I
one
took a
of the
piss
little
in the
homies is
ocean.
so fucked up. He's like, he's like a young, like good looking, like young kid, right? Like he's like kind of jacked. And dude, his girlfriend. Well, he started talking to a girl for like a week, right? Like maybe 2 weeks, and then he was just like, yeah, I asked her to be my girlfriend, like shit like that. And then, so they've been dating for like not even a month, like 3 weeks, and he goes to spring break, and he sends this girl a video of some girl on a boat in Mexico pouring liquor in his mouth, right? Which is like, okay, yeah, like right, like pretty
I
normal
mean,
shit. But the problem is that he sent it to her, right? But then his brother was there, not his little brother. They're twins. His brother was like at work with them, and he was just like, yeah, he got off the boat and was just like, I just cheated on my girlfriend, just like drunk. That's like drunk saying shit like that. And then, dude, it was just so funny. And like he's telling me like, yeah, my girl was mad at me, like I was in the doghouse, and it's like, bro, what the fuck are you? You've been dating this girl for not even a month, dude. What the fuck? And he's like telling us how like he told her he loves her, and then she said it back, and like how happy he was about that. I'm like, dude, you're fucking cooked, bro. Like you're cooked. He got one of those fake tattoos in Mexico, got her name tatted on his arm. Like the guy's
oh
done.
my god,
The guy is
oh,
done.
he's done, bro. Dude, these guys are seniors.
Yeah, yeah. But they went
Oh
to like a
my
Catholic
goodness.
school. They're like really good kids.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Now, well,
I
it's
mean,
not even
shit.
just that they went to a Catholic school is the reason they're good. They're just like
Yeah,
real sweet and like a little
yeah,
naive.
they're just good kids. Yeah,
Like they weren't like growing up at like an 8,000 person fucking public high
yeah,
school with
bro.
people getting
I
their
think
dicks
about.
sucked in the hallways, getting fucking hand jobs in the back of
I
class.
swear, I swear, dude, it's crazy, dude. I'm thinking about me in high school, bro, and I would tell a girl I love her when she told me she loved me. If she would tell me, it's like if she told me, "Hey, I love you," I'd be like, "I love you too," like, I don't give a fuck, And I feel like this girl is like that, Like he probably said it, and she's like, "I love you too, bro. I love you too."
Nah, they're
And dude,
stupid
and
assholes.
dude goes home. Dude goes home, tells his mom, "Mom, she said I love you too, bro." And then,
Nah, if a girl told
like,
me I love you too, bro, everything's
dude,
off.
you're cooked.
Everything's off the
You're
table.
cooked, bro. You're cooked. You're cooked, bro. Dude, have you ever seen How I Met Your Mother, bro?
No, you asked me this. I think every episode.
Yeah, because like every episode, I can think of something that's like it's like fucking similar to that, right? But but in How I Met Your Mother, there's one episode, right, where Ted, right, he's on the hook with this girl, and this girl keeps telling him, she's like, and she's really hot. So she's like, yeah, listen, you're such a great guy, and trust me, like we are gonna do it, but not right now. But can you buy me this? And Ted's like, okay, okay. And then he goes, he buys it. He comes back, and she's with another guy, and he's like, but, and she's like, don't worry, he's just a friend.
Oh my gosh.
And dude, it's there's so many people like that. Like, of course they exaggerate it in shows like that, but there's a lot of people like that. There are a
Yeah.
lot of people like
The most unfortunate part is like all of his girlfriends that he like has had since he's been working with us are just like, hope he doesn't see this. They're just like not cute girls.
oh, they're not?
No.
Yeah. Well, maybe this guy is
Well,
not a
that's,
good looking dude, like you said.
I mean,
He's
he's
just a
just like
good
he's
kid.
just like a, I mean, he looks like a little kid, but to the girls his age, he doesn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like a handsome young guy. Goes to the gym a
Yeah.
lot. Like he is actually pretty jacked, like genuinely.
Hmm. That's pretty good.
But yeah, he just sees blonde hair and he's just like cooked.
It's funny to me that he thought he cheated on his girl for having liquor poured on him. Like, dude, it was all
Dude,
fucking time, dude.
He got a fake tattoo in Mexico with her name,
Yeah, bro. This guy's cooked, bro. This guy's cooked. I bet you he goes on
and
a
he's
tree, bro,
proud
and
of
he
it.
carves. He goes on a tree and he carves a heart, and he
Oh, dude,
puts his.
he's actually in love. It's crazy.
That sucks, bro. It's a good thing. No, I'm telling you, it's a good thing.
It's
It's a
like a
good thing,
good
right?
thing, but like he's gonna
Yeah.
get burned eventually. Like you can't be
Oh
doing all this.
yeah, bro. The thing I think about this all the time from back in the day, bro. It's like when I'm in love with the girl, bro, and there's only been one. When I'm in love when I'm in love with a girl, bro, it's like it never works, bro, because like she can see it in my eyes, bro. Like my eyes, they never lie, Chico. They never lie. And so like the girl can see it, bro. I'm telling you, she can see like how you visualize the whole future with her, you know what I'm saying? And it scares her. Most of the time it scares her away. I guess with the right one it won't, right? But and when a girl does that with me too, it's like it scares me too. But the man is like, well, I just want some coochie, so I'll just let it slide for a couple months and then tell us, you know, like the man is different, you know, like the woman would be like, no, 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 I can't do that, you know.
Yeah,
But
you are kind of right. I see. I know what you
and,
mean.
and the man would be like, well, I just let it slide for a couple months, and then after a couple months, you're like, fuck. Now I kind of like this girl, you know? And it's like next thing you know, you kind of like her, but like before it like scared you, and like the woman would have ran off, but the guy is like, well, I don't really give a fuck. I'm having sex. And then afterwards, he's like, well, now I kind of like the girl, you know? And I don't know. So I feel like for a guy, you can't really show all your emotions to a girl, bro. And even if you feel them, like try not to feel them, because like your eyes are gonna tell it. Like your actions are gonna just show how you feel. Like you can't. It's good to like a girl, but you can't overwhelm her. You can't suffocate her.
That's pretty good advice.
Coming from personal experience.
Yeah, no, I ain't never told no girl I loved her. That's crazy. Well,
Never.
in like a serious relationship, no, no, that's crazy.
Why is it? Why is it
In
crazy?
like middle school, like it was a thing to say, like that's what got you kisses on the playground. You feel me? But yeah, no, that's crazy.
I just thought about. Did I tell you about how my buddy he really liked this girl for a while? Now he's had sex with her, right? But he really liked this girl for a while, but he was too pussy to make a move, right?
Mm-hmm.
So one of these nights, one of the nights they go out, right? He comes back, and he's at the door of her apartment, right?
Right?
And I told him, I'm like, all right, that's when you need to kiss her. And he's like, all right, so the next day he tells me, he's like, yeah, so I was there, and I'm like, so you kissed her? He's like, I gave her a little kiss on the cheek. I started dying. I said, bro, there's no way you went up to her and you gave her a kiss on the cheek, bro. Oh my goodness, bro.
Dude, that'll kill it for some
Yeah,
girls.
dude,
That might be an
dude,
ick for
dude,
some people, dude. That's an ick for me.
dude,
I'm cringing right now. That's worse than
dude,
saying I love you.
dude, 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 dude. I'm telling you. Like in Argentina, we greet people like that, right? So that's completely different. But here, you don't, right? So you did that because, and bro, if I'm the girl in that situation, I'm like, oh yeah, I got this guy
Yeah,
right
literally.
here. He ain't going
I
anywhere.
could
He
ask
ain't
him to
going
do
anywhere.
a fucking somersault right onto his ball sack, and he'd say, "Yeah." Dude,
I swear, dude. And I tell him all the time, he doesn't fucking listen. But I tell him all the time, I'm
I mean,
like,
it
this
worked
girl
out
knows
for him.
exactly. Yeah, I mean, it worked out for him for now, right? But this girl still has him right there in the palm of her fucking hand, and she can get him to do whatever the fuck she wants, and he doesn't. He realizes it. He just says he doesn't care. Eventually, we care, you know.
Yeah, that's crazy. Gave her a kiss on the
Bro,
cheek. Imagine working up all that effort. Like he had to have. Okay, like on the lean in, on the lean in, before the lean in started, he had to have been going for the lips. Like the mindset had to, but somewhere in between like here and here, he completely folded under the pressure. Because
dude,
like
he
something
probably would.
happened, like in like the midst of like turning his head, something happened where he bailed for the cheek. That's what I have to think. Because I don't want to believe that he mustered up all the courage for the kiss on the cheek. You know what I mean? Because that's nuts.
Dude, if he's giving a kiss on the cheek at 22 years old, bro, imagine when he was fucking 16, bro.
Dude,
He giving them a handshake. You know what I'm saying? Hey, see you next time. You know, it's like, man,
literally.
that's terrible, bro. Oh man, I remember. I'll say her name because I don't really give a fuck. But I remember I went on a date when I was in high school with Ariana Alva. You know who she is?
Okay, yeah. Dude, I used to have.
And I remember,
I never mind. Go on.
well, you used to have the biggest crush on her. She's
Yeah,
bad. Yeah, she's bad as fuck. And
in
that's why.
sixth grade. I still liked
Yeah.
her though in high school. But go ahead.
But she got a little bit bigger. But anyways, and so like I went on a date with her, right? I went on a date. I mean, it's true, bro. And so, anyways, then I went on a date with her, right? And so I remember it was a good date, right, whatever. And then I tried kissing her at the end of the date,
Okay.
and she was like, I don't kiss people on the first date.
Oh my
And
god.
I'm like, wow. That was the only time I remember vividly I was denied like
Yeah.
like a kiss. You know what I'm saying? Like if a girl doesn't want to kiss me, then she'll like make out with me for a little bit and then just dip. You know what I'm saying? Or like make an excuse to like
Yeah.
leave. But like I've never been denied
I've
a
never
kiss.
been denied on after a date. But it
After
wasn't
a date,
with
bro.
you were
After
kids though. You were kids so
yeah, and
kissing
I'm
was a
like
big
okay,
deal.
and then afterwards, like she still texted me and everything. I can't remember if I ever made out with her after that or
Wait,
I just
what
said
grade?
fuck it and stopped wanting to talk to her. Bro,
What?
I think it was like sophomore year, bro.
Uh, you're still
Junior
kids,
year.
but it's like sophomore year.
Sophomore or junior year. I can't remember. But I mean, she did seem pretty prude, you know? And so like I got like I can tell when a girl's lying to me. Maybe she was. She probably was lying to me. But the thing is like afterwards she kept talking to me, I remember. And so that's why I was confused. I'm like, okay, this girl clearly it's not that she doesn't like me. And so I think we even went on another date too. But after that I was like, yeah, I can't recover from this, bro. Let's just call it chops, you know?
Yeah, maybe it's because like her parents were immigrants, or I'm pretty sure they were. They
I mean
might have been
shit, my
first or second generation, but like I feel like immigrant parents kind of like let you know like don't be kissing no motherfucking boys.
true, true. And I remember she said something like, I don't kiss unless I'm dating. And I'm like, oh, damn. That's a long way from now, you know.
Yeah, right.
I,
Thomas in 10th grade, he's like, let's start dating right
bro.
now.
I swear, I'm like, okay, then shit, you my girlfriend. That's what I'm hearing right now. Let's go. Facts, dude. Man, it didn't work out though. Good. I don't know.
That is
She was bad
hilarious.
though. She was bad though. She was bad though. Man, got so many stories like that. But anyways, men, don't let women take advantage of you. Women, don't let men take advantage of you. And hopefully we just don't take advantage of each other, you know? That's it, man. And then the world will be a better place
Yeah.
without NFTs. Because fuck
Find a man
NFTs.
that'll let you stay home, make banana bread, and suck dick. His dick. You know?
You said find a man
The ladies,
that lets you
ladies, find a man that just lets you stay home, make banana bread,
and
and suck
sucks dick.
and suck dick. Like, so she can stay home, make
That's
banana
not
bread.
how you said it.
Yes,
That's
it
not
is.
how you
It's
said it.
100,000,000% how I
That
said
is
it.
not. That is not
I'm
how
gonna
you
have
said
the
it.
ability to watch it back. But you took something that could be a funny moment and you had to make it gay.
It was 10 times funnier because it was fucking gay, dude. It was 10 times
Yeah.
fucking
All right, you got
funny.
you got your little quote, buddy. Go ahead.
After that, he wants to leave. What a pussy. All right. Anyways, yeah, I don't have a quote. I'm not gonna lie to you. Don't have a quote. Okay, listen. I just thought about this. Sometimes your life is like a PC, and you gotta restart it. Sometimes you have to hard factory reset and just delete everything. And that's the only way to move on. Fire.
My mama said life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. That's fucking you right now. You dumb piece of shit retard. Argentinian fucking scum.
Mama said life is like a box of chocolate.
Alright, guys. I think that's really all we got today.
My mama said not to talk to no white folk like you.
Okay. And
White folk.
who are you supposed to be?
White folk like
Who are you supposed to be? What race are you supposed to be right now?
white folk like you don't like us people. I can't
Yeah.
say that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're fucking racist. Argentinian dirtbag.
Oh no. All right. Shawty is like a melody in my head. And so,
Peace out, guys.
with that, we'll see you next time.